สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to my kitchen again. Today we make extra yummy fruit scone. The reason is extra yummy because I add too many of different kind of fruit in the ingredient. I will write it down for you. This is very delicious scone, and let me show you how. I put cranberry, sultana, raisin and goji berry, mix all of them and then put in the blender and mix it until it's become this texture. So not too fine, it just needs some lump in the fruit. So I put some baking powder into my AP flour and sift them together. In the other cup, I add some whipping cream or cooking cream into my starter. Now we put the flour and butter into the food processor and mix it together. Actually, this process you can use by hand. The whole objective is to create the flaky into the butter and the dough together is the kind of lump texture. So once you have that, you add some sugar, you can add some fruit, you add some orange peel, and you mix them together. If you do it by hand, you just use your hand to mix them together. I use a food processor, and after all, I added some starter afterward, and then I mix them together. When you mix by hand, be gentle with the dough. Do not squeeze them. So the reason we are not squeeze it because we don't want the dough to get like very, very sticky. It needs to be flaky dough. After I put into the fridge for about 30 minutes, so this is a technique and the tip I want to give it to you. When you're making scone, all you need to do is you don't squeeze or knead your dough very much. All you do, you just press them together like I'm showing you now. And I just cut the dough in half and put on top of each other. The reason I'm doing that because I want to create the layer on my scone. So I keep doing many times. And then this is the tip. I'm going to show you how I rolling my scone out. So I use the rolling pin to roll them out about 1 inch or higher than that. It depends. And if you want your scone to be higher, taller, you can use like 1.5 inch, but I don't want it too high. So because the fruit I add too much fruit in it. If I make like big, tall, it's gonna be too much for one serve. So I make it like thin. So this is a technique. You dip your round cutter into the flour and you cut each scone. See, I never turn my cutter. So when I take it out, it's become like individual very nicely. The reason we are not turning the cutter because we don't want the edge of each scone to be squeezed up. So it's gonna block the layer when we baking. So this is my other tip for you. So when you cut the scone, do not turn the ring. So this is whatever left over from the first cut. Again, I just put on top of each other to create another layer. So be gentle with the dough. Don't press too hard with them. And again, roll them out. Same tall that you like. Dip your cutter into the flour and cut it nicely. Take out the edge and use scraper to take the dough out. So handle the dough very, very gently. You don't squeeze them. So you're gonna get perfect round shape. Again, I roll them out, and I don't waste any of the dough, on my in this ingredient. So I roll them out again and cut them and form them into another dough. This is the last one. And even the small one like that, I use a cutter because the cutter gonna help them to rise up when you bake. So after that, I use only egg yolk. People ask me why your scone look nice, because I use only egg yolk, and I drop a little bit of cream and mix them up and brush on top of your scone. You can brush about 2 times, and then I preheat the oven already 180 degrees Celsius, and I bake them about 20 minutes. So make sure you turn the tray around, and there you go. You get beautiful, yummy, and very nice texture scone. Enjoy. See you next